Hello, everyone. Sorry for the technical delays. Welcome to another round of the Galactic Podracing Tournament for 2022. We have a really exciting match for you today in DigitalUnity versus Zelascelar. This match is probably going to determine first place in the group. And joining me today is Domare, and let's get this ball rolling.
Yeah, it's exciting times here. This should definitely do the first place for Group 2, unless Zelascelar wins this and happens to lose to maybe Knock in the group, but should be fine. So what sorts of things are you looking for?
Looking for?
Yeah, like what are you expecting out of this match? Because I'm expecting Zelascelar to definitely get a lot of meta picks thrown in there.
What I suspect, I know he's good on meta, but I wouldn't be surprised about Zelascelar forcing. He's very fond of trying to do pod bans to pick Beto.
He does like doing Beto. I can't deny that. I would hedge my bets for this one on Zelascelar personally. I know Zelascelar is definitely stronger at the non-skip meta. So I would say that it's highly likely, unless Zelascelar makes a lot of mistakes, that he would be faster here.
Yeah. Particularly, gonna be if DigitalUnity forces like no upgrades or skips, which is how he beat Zelascelar in the qualifying, he's probably going to he's probably going to wait until the forces are exhausted. In that case, Zelascelar is going to probably be have an advantage.
Yeah, if Zelascelar can survive the two force picks from Digital, then he's going to have a major advantage. But we should see the players go off. Did Zelascelar just miss his boost start, or am I going crazy?
Yes, he failed the boost start.
That's an unfortunate time loss.
I had to tell both of these players that you have to go straight in onto the caution wall of death because that little tube ride is now a skip.
Yeah, it is a skip now. So if you do the old jump that you used to see all the time, you would DQ yourself for the first race. And that would not be a great way to start. And I don't think that either of these runners are very familiar with the rule change that happened. So hopefully we'll just remind them if anything comes up. Very even first lap. It looks like Zelascelar is slightly behind in time, but has slightly better heat. You can kind of just give that to the missed boost start, I would say.
Probably. Yeah. I gave both runners the heads up about the skip change.
Yeah, so the rule change I'm referring to, Callius, is the skips rule change that we had for speedrunning in general last fall. So as long as we keep them familiar with everything, then they should be fine. Because both runners know how to do things. Oh, Digital crashes. That's going to give Zelascelar a major lead here. Looks like Zelascelar is at least 5 seconds ahead at this point, and he's doing a great job managing his heat. So he's probably going to actually end up on pretty high heat. Very clean racing from him so far. Kind of surprised, given I expected him to be quite rusty. He hasn't been playing a lot recently.
The other thing, too, besides some, yeah, Digital has been taking a bunch of bonks, which ended in a crash at the end. So now we're waiting on it.
And Zelascelar comes in, 153.99. A very solid time. And Digital comes in with a 2.53 with a death.
He said, ugh.
One crash will do you.
That turn after tunnel is no fun.
Oh yeah, the skip in some ways makes the track a little easier, but also at the same time, the skip can be kind of dangerous. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be seeing no Mungaza Speedway today.
Mungaza Speedway ban from Digital.
A Beato's Wild Ride ban coming in from Zelascelar. Quite the ironic ban, given he likes Beatos so much.
Yeah. Vengeance banned from Digital. And
Yeah.
Zaga
No
from
Mangaza, no Beatos, no Vengeance, and no Zaga. Quite the interesting assortment there.
Bullseye ban. Usually when I hear Bullseye ban, I always think Ravine Gateway or Fire Mountain Rally incoming.
I really strongly hope that Digital does not take Grabvine, because Zelascelar likely has a 20-second advantage there if he doesn't die, which is not what you want to see for a pick. Zelascelar champ banning APC. Let's see what we get here.
I'm surprised, because that leaves Fire Mountain Rally and Fire Mountain Rally!
No force. Oh no.
Okay, so this means we're probably going to be seeing a Neva Keymere.
Yeah, we should see a Neva Keymere. Honestly, I can see this working, but I don't like the pick.
What?
Zelascelar a little surprised, but Zelascelar, I definitely trust him a lot more on the Barunda tracks than I do Digital, and that's not a jab against Digital. It's just that Zelascelar has done much more practice overall, especially through like multiplayer and stuff. Like last year, if you look at the qualifiers for Grabvine Gateway, I believe Zelascelar either got a 418 or a 420, and Digital got like a high 4 something, like a 440 something, a 450 something. That's a significant difference, and Fire Mountain Rally isn't too different from Grabvine. Realistically speaking, we could see Zelascelar have a massive lead so long as he knows to pick Neva Key. If he knows to pick Neva Key, then he's fine. If he doesn't, then we might actually see an advantage to Digital. Okay, let's see here. Neva Key, yes, okay. Neva Key. Good, this is the mirror that we should be seeing. Neva Key might not necessarily be the second fastest for humans in an IL situation, but in tournament it would be absurd to use any other pod when Bullseye is banned other than Neva Key. Digital handling it pretty well. Not going super quick, but he's probably relying on Zelascelar to make mistakes, if I had to guess. But like I said, I'm not too sure how I feel about this pick. It could really go either way. Zelascelar has been looking a little shaky in practice here, though.
Yeah. This track tends to bring out the nervous.
Yeah, this could be quite the exciting race. I think Digital has definitely done some prep work for this pick in the background. He seemed ultra ready to pick it. Alright, Zelascelar, I believe, is going off now, and Digital is restarting, so both players should be off here. And the sync should be coming through. Yep. Alright, so let's hope that they can both get to the same point, which is the jungle section at least, without crashing. I'd like to at least see it clean up until that point. Alright, and we have a very tight race so far. Zelascelar, very, very minor lead. Hardly means anything. See how they handle this. I would have recommended turning down Neva Key's acceleration because of this section. Oh no! Oh, that's a bad death for Digital to take. Like I said, Zelascelar is pretty strong at the Barunda tracks, so dying like that on his own pick and kind of needing Zelascelar to make mistakes is not good.
Yeah, you can also tell how... Oh no, catches fire.
Ooh, I'm surprised Zelascelar didn't catch fire there. He went right over the lava. Oh, it doesn't catch fire again. Wow. Some crazy heat management coming out here from Zelascelar. Digital maybe made up a little bit. Oh no! Right as I'm talking, he dies! Oh, he was making up time, and then he takes another death. Okay,
you can
good.
also see...
Zelascelar avoiding trying to take the shortcut on lap 1. I've made that mistake. No, not a third death.
Digital's very erratic compared to Zelascelar. You can tell Zelascelar is a lot calmer of a runner.
Digital tilting here. Lap 1, 4 crashes. Zelascelar coming in with a pretty clean lap 1. A 152.5 with Neva Key is pretty strong.
Yeah.
To answer the question, it offers a small advantage to tilt, but it's very irrelevant to essentially everything.
Another crash for DigitalUnity. It's really falling apart for him. 5
crashes in lap 1 alone. That is really something else. And he comes in a full 20 seconds behind Zelascelar. Doesn't lose as much time because of Neva Key's acceleration, but it's a massive difference. If Digital doesn't find a way to calm down, he will be losing this race.
I thought he would have crashed into the edge of that.
Okay, so you can actually see here that Zelascelar is still holding himself together quite well despite the small mistakes that he keeps making, and that's the problem that I think Digital is having, is every time he makes a small mistake, he kind of has a meltdown. So, like, if he makes a small, unplanned mistake, he has a high tendency with a pod as, like, manic as Neva Key is to crash. Zelascelar has just been managing himself very well. Expertly done, you might say. Taking the shortcut, not the cleanest, but he lives it. Digital had some massive damage on his right engine. I'm a little concerned about that. I hope he chooses to repair. Oh no, it goes red, and he crashes. I was really hoping he would try to repair that instead, but taking the risk.
This track rewards you for taking risks, but it can kill you easily.
A sub 150 lap with Zelascelar. That is very impressive. Especially, and I don't mean this like against anybody who uses Neva Key on FMR, but to do that time in tournament, not a lot of players can do that.
Most players can't even get that with Bullseye FR.
Exactly. That's what makes it so impressive. A little bit of mistakes, but Digital losing another 8 seconds, putting him about 28 seconds behind. That's a gap that I don't think Zelascelar is going to lose in one lap. Maybe
No doubt about it.
Maybe if he had crashed a couple times lap 2, this could have been closer. Man.
Is he gonna get the bad respawn? No, he didn't.
Oh man, that you gotta hate that. On your own pick. Making this many mistakes on your own pick damages your mentality horribly, and we really have to hope that Digital recovers from this, because otherwise this might be a wash already. Because like Zelascelar is not faltering here. He's made mistakes, but he's not faltering. You can see him still managing his damage on his pod without racing too aggressively. Gets through the shortcut clean again. Digital in the volcano, this is insurmountable. Zelascelar is taking this one to the bank. Looks like it's going to be a 5:32.3, somewhere in that area. 5:33.74 with Neva Key. That's a really incredible time for a pick he was not prepared for.
Most players can't even get that with Bullseye.
Yeah. Truly an impressive play. And, you know, for the number of deaths that Digital took, he's still going to end up with a time that a lot of players would still struggle to get. So, props to Digital, but that was a very unfortunate outcome. Especially on his own pick.
32 seconds behind.
Yeah. Those deaths will do that to you, for sure. Alright, so we're going to have another temp pod ban from DigitalUnity. Digital seems kind of shocked at the time that Zelascelar has gotten here. Banning Ben. Okay, that's a good start. Still want to take Zelascelar off the meta, because like I said going into this, if you're on the meta in this matchup, Zelascelar has the advantage. Yeah, I still feel bad for Digital because that was his pick, and he got kind of hard beat there because of his own mistakes. It's not like Zelascelar was racing perfectly or anything, it's just that Digital made too many mistakes.
He was racing very risk averse.
Yeah, Zelascelar was making sure that he did not crash. Spice Mine Run track ban coming in. Not sure I quite understand that one, but maybe he's just not feeling up for the ending turns right now. Especially if he's forced onto bulls.
Saboba's Legacy.
Legacy
So this was not a skip in 2021. It was a skip in 2020, but now it comes back as a skip again.
I would bet on a Mars mirror for this, or Bullseye mirror. Somewhere in there. Mars or Bullseye are the two expected. Oh
my god, Bulls Roar! Are you kidding me?
Team Bean, this is skips. Yeah, that's the force. What are you looking at?
Both of these things I'm thinking are really dangerous.
Oh my gosh. These two are technically the second and third fastest here, but they are so incredibly hard to use on this track, especially with the skip. Wow.
I don't think anyone expected this. Bulls and Beto on Saboba's Legacy skip.
Oh my word.
Oh
and you can see that, as we just saw a few seconds ago, Zelascelar crashed trying to do the skip. I honestly expect this to be a pretty hairy race, to say the least.
Yeah. Zelascelar's off, and here comes Digital.
Oh man. What am I looking at?
I don't know either. This is really like, oh
my word. I feel like both of these players should just have used Mars or Bullseye. Probably Mars. Like, oh my word.
It's just because of how populous he is. Zelascelar almost crashed with Beto.
Zelascelar narrowly avoiding crashing. To be clear, the reason both of these pods are so hard to use is their turn rates are atrocious. Oh my gosh. Zelascelar with the biggest save of the skip I have ever seen in tournament. Wow. Digital coming in with a pretty okay lap with the death, and Zelascelar somehow managing Beto really well here. I'm pretty surprised. But I don't think he knows how to do the skip consistently with Beto, so we're gonna see how this goes. Okay. Oh, still dies on the floor there. Didn't get the air you need to not die there, and Digital has made up time. Digital taking the lead. It's all gonna come down to the skip in lap 3. Zelascelar fails it.
Forces onto the low path. That's really bad.
Digital with a sub 40-second lap with Bulls in the skip. Not bad. That is not bad.
Should be repairing his engine.
Yeah, he's playing risky. He needs to calm down. Digital just needs to race his best race. If he can keep this together, he can win this. Still has the lead. Zelascelar avoids dying. Let's see. This is going to come down to the skip. Will Digital get it? Digital dies. Zelascelar misses the skip entirely, and it's going to be DigitalUnity taking the win with a 207.43. They definitely both could have done better than that had they picked different pods. I will be entirely honest.
Oh my god, that was got to be one of the most ridiculous matches I've seen in a long time.
Wow, that was definitely not what I was expecting. But DigitalUnity pulls out the win with Bull's Roar of all pods. Well, we have ourselves a match, folks. It is 2-1 now.
Okay, ban from Zelascelar. 10 ban and Dipro, really smart ban by Digital.
Yeah, that is Zelascelar is very fond of that track, especially when he picks Speedo. Let's see what Zelascelar chooses here.
Doug
Derby, no forces. I sincerely hope that Digital doesn't try to pick Bulls here again. And I also hope that Zelascelar doesn't try to force it to be Aldar, because just do it. I know Zelascelar is pretty good at Mahonic here, so he might try to make it Mahonic.
Oh, Digital's going with Bulls. Bulls and Elon ban. So this leaves Mahonic and Mars as the best picks. This leaves Beto or Mahonic. And my guess is that Zelascelar is going to go with Mahonic.
Zelascelar is going to go with Mahonic, but I would bet Digital goes for Mars or Bullseye. Is Zelascelar going with Mahonic? Yeah. Not surprising. I kind of figured that he would want to do Mahonic. He chose Mahonic for his quals at the beginning of the Doug Derby quals last year, and he got a 137, I believe, which is a very strong time for Mahonic. Mahonic tops out at a low 136, mid 136, I believe. Zelascelar doing a Beto snort might be trying to trick Digital into doing him.
Yep,
Oh my god. Is he baiting him into doing Eldar? Oh my god. That is next level mind games coming out from Zelascelar. Oh my word.
Not ready
Wow.
yet.
That's actually incredible. I am all for these sorts of mind games. I really wish Digital would stop picking way too aggressive with pods. What's he doing here? Is he just upping his track? What's happening? I think he might actually be...
Traction?
Is he switching pods? He might be switching to Mars or Bullseye. Because if he runs Moon Traction Aldar, this... Oh my gosh.
Oh!
No, you can't do that, Digital. No. Did he up his frame rate instead or something? Like, what's going on here? Zelascelar taking back all the compliments I gave him by saying he's not picking Beto. But Digital, I think, is going to stick with his guns here. Okay, they're both ready.
Oh no. Zelascelar knows Mahonic so well. And you had to do the Beto snort at the end of the countdown, of course.
Of course. Yeah, Digital really... I actually really can't stand this like mindset that Digital is going into this specific race with. Because he has to be expecting Zelascelar to make mistakes in order to do anything. Because Zelascelar is really solid. Zelascelar did miss his boost start, though.
And you should see Mahonic's agility pull him way to Beto right about now. Going into the roll straight. Now the corkscrew. The corkscrew's gonna probably do something nasty to Beto.
Yep. Oh, man. This is already a massive lead for Zelascelar. Zelascelar gonna come in with a 35.02. A very safe lap for Zelascelar. A 38.4, understandably slower for Digital after all the mistakes. Oh no, Renton! Oh, that's not good. Zelascelar catching fire in the roll straight.
Very clean corkscrew. This corkscrew might kill Deep Digital.
Oh man,
I would have killed him.
Zelascelar is gonna have to die a couple times.
33.
For Digital. Oh. Ah man, I would say that this one's already sealed. Zelascelar is playing pretty safe, and I don't suspect that he's gonna die on his own pick. Unless, even if he does, though, it's not gonna matter.
And he's well versed with Mahonic here.
Yeah, Zelascelar coming in. Going to be a 139.95. Within a couple seconds of what you can get with Mahonic there. Very impressive.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
It looked, and Digital practically took Zelascelar's bait.
I really think Digital should have taken the warning from Zelascelar when he said he wasn't going veto. Looks like Digital not very big fan of Doug Derby here, and honestly, given that result, I'm not surprised. But we're already on match point for Zelascelar here, since this is a best of 7. Zelascelar just has to win one more, and he has 3 of his own picks at worst, or I believe is how
Ben
that.
Ban?
No, two of his own picks. My bad. Okay, Ben Ban. Yep. I am guessing that we're going. Oh, an Aqualar's classic ban. I'm kind of. I don't know why, but I'm kind of feeling. Oh man, I was gonna say a skip, but I came in a little bit too late there. But yeah, BTC skips it is. And Boonta Training Course skips, you're gonna want to see high FPS Juan Sandage here. That's not the optimal pick, but it's definitely the best pick for tournament. Not sure how familiar Zelascelar is with this skip, and I don't know if Digital has practiced it much.
Boonta Training. Oh, and Digital. Okay, Digital's being lots more logical here with Juan Sandage.
Yeah, he's doing the jump, which is kind of weird, but okay, I guess. I mean, at least he's choosing Juan and not Mars and trying to do optimal strats. Zelascelar is sounding very unprepared for this skip, and Digital not having the best time here in practice either. This might get messy. Oh, Zelascelar forgot to pick his pod. It was accidentally staying on Mahonic there. Let's see what he does.
Mars for the skip?
Is Zelascelar choosing Mars Guo for the skip? I mean,
Mars is skip.
I mean, Mars is fine, but Juan is definitely better. I really hope that he switches to full track. He might have been changing his FPS, actually. Yeah, I kind of agree with Gale. It looks like Zelascelar has never really even tried to do this skip before. I hope he switches. Okay, well, claims to be ready, so let's see how it goes. This might get chaotic quickly.
Oh man, this is gonna be. I don't know what to expect of it. This is just a bonkers.
Yeah, this.
Both of them have been doing stuff I would just say. It's like, don't do it. That's bonkersly risky.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think Zelascelar's off.
Yep.
He's going for it.
Oh, is he gonna figure it out? Oh no. Oh, he's going all the way back. Oh my gosh, that is not how you back up the skip. Oh no. Digital dying. Zelascelar, we don't know what he's up to because he's currently frozen from the sink ponds. Wait, Zelascelar switching to full track.
Just go full track.
His decision. I think this is the smarter play, but it might be too late. I don't know. It depends on if Digital can gather himself here. Doesn't look like Digital's gonna gather himself yet, but he still technically has a chance to win this.
Okay.
Oh, he's getting up. Is he gonna make it? He makes it. Will it count? Okay.
Oh no!
Wait, Zelascelar going back to skip. What is he doing?
Oh my god. Okay, through the he's going back.
What is happening? Oh my gosh. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Zelascelar, I don't know what he was thinking when he tried to go back to the skip and immediately just went back to full track there.
And there he goes. There goes.
Digital dying again. Zelascelar having a temporary lead, assuming Digital doesn't get. No, Zelascelar, what are you doing? He keeps trying to pull out the skip one time and going back to full time. Digital's gonna need a faster lap if he wants to beat Zelascelar, though. He's gonna have to make it over. This is insanely close. Zelascelar is just gonna have the back edge. Digital needs to make it up now.
He's failed.
Oh no!
Yes.
Zelascelar is gonna win the match here.
This.
And that's it. Zelascelar comes in with the win. With a
That's the first time I've seen the full track person win.
Wow. That was something.
Oh my god, that was bonkers.
Yeah, that really was chaos. But we'll see if we can get them in here for interviews.
So many chaotic picks.
Welcome, Digital.
That was a humbling reminder of the fact that I'm not good at this game.
Come on now. Welcome, Zelascelar. Congrats on the win.
Thanks. Hold on.
Every win he got on me was by 30 seconds. How am I supposed to feel good about that?
But you know, I was thinking about the last one. I was hoping, I was like, Digital, come on, just do the laps. You will win over me if you do it.
I probably would have.
Well,
But
the thing is that
proud.
Zelascelar, you kept trying to do the skip, and then you just ended up cutting your loss every lap. So you would like try it, and then just went back to full track.
I YouTubed your video on the skip before I attempted to do it. I had completely forgotten about it.
I did think about forcing the skip as a mind game and then just trying to not do it, but I felt that would be dishonorable.
You mean you can be as dishonorable as you want? I mean, it's a fair game.
It felt like it'd be stupid to say, hey, we're gonna do skips, and then psych him out and make him think that I was gonna do the skip so that he would have to go try it and pick the pod that's best for it. And then meanwhile, I'm just like, bulls, 60 frames per second, full track.
I mean, I've seen people do something similar before, but I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with doing.
It just seemed rude. I didn't want to do it because it felt like it would be mean. Maybe
I
I'll
guess
do it
that-
next time.
I guess this all does explain why you went with Mars, those Zelascelar, because you watched the optimal pod rather than the easier pod, which is Juan Sandage.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, and also you generally want to be at high FPS for Juan Sandage if you're doing the like wall rides one rather than just jumping on the wall. So I can understand why it looked like you were doing what you're doing now.
And then the other crazy thing too was Saboba's legacy skips with bulls and beans.
word.
Like,
Oh my word. That was
so
crazy.
dangerous and bad.
I did it once at least.
You did hit the skip one time.
Yeah, I have no explanation for the third one though.
I was really expecting both of you to go with either Mars or Bullseye.
I was really expecting for Fire Mountain Rally to go my way because that's usually how that happens. And I got that perfect lap on my practice.
You
But
did
you guys
have a
saw
very good
that.
practice lap. Yes, it was a very good practice lap.
It was clean, there were no crashes, it was a 154. And then I load into the game and it's like, ah yes, we're playing Grabvine? This is Ben, right? On Ando Prime Centrum?
Same thing, yep.
That's why you never practice a full lap before racing.
Zelascelar coming in with his wisdom of not crashing in the entirety of Fire Mountain Rally with Neva Key.
Yeah,
Well-
I was really close at disqualifying myself because at the middle of the race, the sun appeared and covered my screen. I couldn't see single thing in those tunnels.
Oh my gosh, that would have been horrible.
I was nervous.
Dear.
But yeah, leave a key. Safe pick.
Even with an act of God, I couldn't beat you.
You pulled a time with on Neva Keys Zelascelar that most can't even get with Bullseye Navoir.
Yeah, that's better than my bullseye time on this track.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So just for reference, like when you use Neva Key, the best that you can expect to do on Fire Mountain would probably be somewhere around the 520-ish mark if you were playing at like IL top run level, right? And you got only 10 seconds-ish slower than that in tournament, which is really impressive.
Oh, 10 seconds though.
Yeah. So this has been a grim reminder that even though I qualified at the top of my group, I am trash.
You are not trash, Digital. You've beaten everybody else in your group so far, except for Zelascelar. And Zelascelar is very much great at this game, as we all know. I mean, he's been around for years and been good every year.
And how did he qualify in Group 2 instead of Group 1?
Because Zelascelar, as you can tell from that last race, doesn't like skips or no upgrades.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, I should have used a no upgrades force somewhere in there, but skips was more fun.
Yeah.
So that's like my first actual loss in tournament this year.
Yes, it is.
That's
And now,
ominous.
yeah, 3-1 now, which is still a very good record. And Zelascelar, I know you still have all of your other matches to do for Group 2, so you have four more races, I believe? Yeah, that's how that math works. And Digital, you just have one left with, I believe, Magius, yes?
Yeah, I have to contact Magius and get a match set up with him. I'm not scared about that one. Because, like, Magius and I are in a similar skill tier.
You're in such a different skill tier than Magius, sorry.
No, don't be mean to anybody. I know Magius is better than I am.
Oh my
Just going off of previous tournament results, you are definitely the favorite, though, Digital.
Yeah, and I'm not, like, overconfident in it because my overconfidence on FMR was my downfall here. And apparently, even when the sun comes out to play, Zell is still better.
I don't know how you played with the sun blocking your screen there, Zelascelar. I don't think I would have been able to play through that.
Man could beat me blindfolded. That's the case here.
And I was so close to press escape on pure reflex. Also,
Oh yeah, just to wait it out.
Rusty my foot. Tell me he's rusty, he's gotta shake the rust off. You're a well-oiled machine and you know it. Liar.
Oh my god.
Well, Zelascelar, you certainly did perform like a well-oiled machine, that's for sure.
thanks. Yeah, there's a little hiccups. I mean, for Suburban's Legacy, I know the skip, but not without Ben, so...
Yeah, I get you. Without Ben that skip, most people aren't comfortable with anybody but Mars or Bullseye.
I just threw Bullseye because I knew he was fast. Apparently I'm more comfortable with the skip than any of the vehicles. I don't know what happened with that one, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
That was the first time I think that. I think it was one of the few times that the person who didn't do the skip won it. Sorry to break that.
Oh, for boot to training, yeah. Usually when people do that skip and go full trek, it doesn't work out too well.
Yeah, I used to be good at that one. I have a time on my YouTube channel where I got all 3 laps with the skip with, like, none of that faffing around there, but I couldn't pull it out today. I haven't practiced that one in a bit.
Yeah,
I just did it because I was bored.
I kind of figured that if you were picking it that you had practiced it ahead of time, but...
No. You think I practiced this game? You think I'm a nerd?
My God.
Well, that's understandable, I guess. But yeah, again, GG against Zelascelar and Digital is a fun match to commentate, as I'm sure it was a fun match to watch.
3 out of 4 ain't bad.
Yeah.
And I am absolutely certain that Zelascelar is going to demolish the rest of the bracket.
I have high expectations of Zelascelar for the rest of the group, but I do expect that Nock should be quite the interesting match. Because Nock has a lot of tricks
Yeah,
up his
I'm
sleeves.
looking forward.
Let's be fair here, though. I beat Nock, so
You
if
did,
Zell
and
can
so
beat me, logically, Zell can beat Nock.
yeah. And here's the thing, right? Zelascelar is a threat to even the Group 1 runners, right? Like, when I think about Zelascelar, I'm always thinking how I'm going to prepare against him because he's a very, very strong runner. So it's understandable, right?
It was a Smurf.
I beat King Bean Dip once with my Beto.
Yes, you did on D-throws, right?
Yes.
What was the track that you hate that I banned?
Wow.
You
The
told
name
me I
of it,
banned
right?
one of your hated tracks. Which one was it?
Vengeance?
Yeah,
Vengeance? I should have left Vengeance.
Screw that one.
Should have left Vengeance. That would have been great. Anyway, yeah, that was a good match. I was getting tilted because I wasn't racing up to my own standards, especially when I got a perfect practice lap and then died 70 times on lap 1 in the actual match. That wasn't great. So any anger or hostility that's come out so far has been just me at myself. I want to make that very clear. So
Yeah.
you're a great racer. I am not at all surprised that I lost to you. I am, however, quite surprised that I lost to you by that much.
Yes.
I'd at least get like 2 points. Come in maybe 5 seconds slower on most tracks.
Oh my God.
Consistently 30 seconds.
It was an interesting time, but yeah, I guess we'll wrap things up. Thank you to everybody who came in despite the difficulties that we had at the beginning here. Thank you to Speed Gaming for still hosting the tournament and for helping us out when things went awry there at 1. Thank you to my fellow commentator today, Game Draco, for joining me. It was very nice commentating with you once again. I'm sure we'll do it plenty more times as this tournament progresses.
Wait, things went awry at 1? I thought we were scheduled for 1:30. I thought that this was totally...
Oh, yeah, my bad.
No technical difficulties at all. Nothing went wrong.
My bad. But yeah,
Don't look in the Discord chat logs. Everything's fine.
was a great match. I look forward to all of the remaining matches for you, Zelascelar, and you versus Magius. I also look forward to our upcoming match that we have here. I believe that is on May 18th, Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern or 3:30 p.m. Eastern, something in there. And that'll be Goofbrush versus Metallica. We have the Fresh Blood versus one of the single most consistent racers this game has ever seen. Will be quite a fun match.
And then you versus Nam punched in for right afterward, pretty much.
Yep, later that day will also be myself versus Yam.
Double feature.
I would suspect that Yam's going to pull out some crazy skips picks, possibly, so I would be sure to tune into that if I were you guys. But yeah, thank you again for tuning in, and may the Force be with you up until our next match.
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah, GG. Forgot to say that.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Take care.